Canadian citizenship. 5 things that you should know. Number 1. Never lie. To become a Canadian citizen, an adult applicant must have lived in Canada for at least 1,095 days in the past 4 years before applying. While this waiting time might seem like a very long time, lying when submitting your documents might get you in huge trouble. The Government of Canada recently started cracking down on suspicious applications. As an example, on September 2012, it began the process of revoking the citizenship of more than 3,000 people suspected of lying on their applications. So, while the prospect of obtaining Canadian citizenship might be very attractive, never lie. Number 2. Make sure that you are proficient in one of the official languages in Canada. The rules related to applicants' knowledge of English and French have become much more difficult in recent years. Currently, adult applicants must send proof that they have adequate knowledge of English or French. If your application is submitted without this proof, it will be considered incomplete and returned to you. Bottom line, improve your writing and speaking skills. Number 3. Take the citizenship test seriously. In 2010, the Canadian government completely changed the citizenship test and now it requires a higher score to pass. It also has made questions about Canadian history and values more challenging. As of December 2012, applicants have to get 15 out of 20 questions in the citizenship test correct, whereas previously they only needed to have 12 out of 20 correct answers. Government staff at the exam also ask detailed questions about the applicant's life in Canada to test their verbal language ability. As a result of these tougher criteria, the failure rate of the citizenship test jumped from less than 4% in 2009 to nearly 15% in 2010. Nowadays, the citizenship test is much more serious and difficult than what it used to be. So take it seriously. Number 4. Bring all the necessary documents and more. It is better to be safe than sorry. You need to provide evidence that convinces the citizenship staff at the exam that you have lived in Canada in the years before your application. Documents related to employment or studying, property documents, monthly bills, and translation of the main pages of your passport can be helpful. Number 5. Be patient. As the number of applicants in the past few years has greatly increased, the processing times currently are close to 24 months for most applications. This does not mean that your application will necessarily be processed within the first 2 years after applying. Roughly 20% of applications take more than 20 months to be processed, so be patient.